It's not bad. I can now see it on the stream.
Yeah, it looks fine.
Yeah.
It looks fine.
What's going on, guys?
Welcome in. I'm just posting everything for everybody, and we'll get started soon. Happy Friday.
I don't know.
Feels like it feels like a not so happy Friday with this selling, right?
It's pretty ominous. It's before a long weekend. You do not want to see this. It's like they know something's happening.
Someone said, someone just joined in. They said, "Morning, Rabbit Mike."
Yeah. You guys are either I don't know. They think because you're white.
I think maybe that's what it is. Morning, guys. Welcome in, everybody.
What up? What
Happy
up?
Friday.
Yeah, happy Friday.
We have a lot to go over this morning's session. Market is in a free fall, but
Yeah.
we'll talk about it. We're going to go over everything.
Do we have any economic thing today?
All right. Let's give it a minute. Let's give it to like 8:33 and we'll get started. Yeah, we do have some econ stuff today, Raf. I think we have Palo speaking today.
Of
Oh wait,
course.
no, is he speaking today? Hold on a second.
I
You
don't
just
think
double
so.
checked.
It says Governor Lisa speaking
Oh, Palo's on Sunday.
Sunday. Yeah.
Palo speaks on Sunday. Yeah, he speaks on Sunday. Welcome in, everybody. Happy Friday. Welcome in. All right, let's get started. So, we have about 500 people here so far. Yeah, we could jump into it. So, first of all, hope everybody had a nice Thursday. Hope everyone had a nicer Thursday than me yesterday. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about the levels in SPY yesterday. But there's a lot going on this morning session. We have some news impacting the market, right? Rav and I are going to talk about a little bit of the news first, and then we'll dive into the charts. We'll go over what's going on with SPY, Qs, right? Yes, Nvidia, everything. Okay. So in terms of economic data for this today's session, right? Today's session is not too heavy on econ data. We just have new home sales 10 o'clock. It's nothing critical in this morning session. The big data actually comes on Sunday, right? So Sunday, Jerome Powell is speaking, which is rare to see him speaking on a Sunday, but he is. Besides that, going into next week, a little bit of next week's session. We start off with a market closure on May 26th, so Monday for Memorial Day. We have a market closure, so just keep that in mind as you're trading today's session. We have a 3-day weekend ahead of us. Tuesday we have durable goods, nothing crazy. Consumer confidence. Wednesday you have FOMC minutes. Thursday you have GDP, and then Friday you have PCE data coming out, which is the biggest session of next week. So nothing insane next week. Just keep in mind that we do have a 3-day weekend approaching us on Monday session. I think what we can do today is we can just dive right into charts because not much to talk about in terms of earnings reports. We'll just go right into charts today. Rav, do you want to start off with SPY?
Yeah. I mean, 580. You guys can see it. This was like the last line in the sand. That's why it was kind of ominous yesterday. But remember, I think we kind of switched bias. Morning we were bullish, and then the longer they held the session, it was like, dude, I think they're gonna sell it. And so like today, look at it. We broke that 580. So my idea today is this 580 level. We gotta, as long as we stay under this, market could really go a little lower. It's a long day weekend as well. There is a big gap fill level here. So 571, you guys can see this here. There is a gap fill here. These areas have not been tested. I don't know if SPY can drop another $9, but it's really not that far away, right? You know, it can easily drop another 1%. So for first, I want to see this 570, 571 hold. If it doesn't, maybe we'll get a relief here. But if it doesn't, we are going to see a drop. Maybe this will happen later in the day. The morning at the open, unfortunately, value is to the long side. We may have to take a relief bounce right off the open to the long side, and go from there. Honestly, this it's too volatile. We'll probably have to wait for price action to settle and see what happens, because these ranges are just like too far away now. We're right at stuck in the middle. 575 in the middle, 580 is supply, and then 570 is demand right now. Yeah, what do you think, man?
Yeah, so I mean, a little recap of yesterday, right? So we'll talk a little bit about yesterday's levels. Yesterday's levels was all about 589, or sorry, 583 yesterday, right? So 583 was a level yesterday. And I mean, market was maintaining demand really well. All morning we were maintaining demand. I actually went long yesterday. I think Rav, you were also long on SPY too. We were both long. I think Rav, you actually maintained the trade longer than I did.
Yeah,
But I was long 583. And if you are on the 5 minute chart, I think you're on the 5 minute chart there. No, you're on the 4 hour chart. But jump to the 5 minute chart just so they can see it, right? You can see all the reactions coming in off of 583, right? 583 was there. There was an active level yesterday session, but just chop, right? If you were in the trade from 10:25 all the way till 11:30, you're in the trade for an hour. You're in the trade for over an hour without the market doing anything. Market finally gave us some relief into that 12 a.m. 12 noon, right into noon, and that's when the market actually gave you a move. But then we came back into that 586 supply, which again was supply that we had yesterday's session and Thursday session. We failed that supply and moved back down to demand. And then now we are moving back under demand this morning, under 583. And the main reason why, just so everyone knows what's going on, is we have a whole bunch of news this morning from President Trump, right? He's released a whole bunch of tariffs against the EU. Against Apple, specifically against Apple. Apple was one of the first ones. I think it's a 25%. Is it 20? I think it's a 25% base tariff on Apple products if they don't move manufacturing to the United States. So that was the first reason why markets started selling. And the second reason was because of the EU tariffs, right? So new discussions of EU tariffs causing market downside. And now we're under 583, which is our level from yesterday. Where we went long yesterday, which was the right idea. Well, we're now under that level. So what do we do now? Where are we now? Is look at 576. We're at 576 SPY, 575 SPY. This is the daily 200 SMA. If we lose 575, I think we see 570. But just like Grav's saying, right, we're in the middle of two major levels, 570, 580. That's it, right? So if you want a short, you're probably looking for a pop today at 580. If you want a long, you're looking for a sell to 570. You just long 570. In the middle ground where we're at right now, 576. If we reclaim 576, we can probably scalp upside back into 580. So that's kind of what I'm thinking today is just watch and see what we do to 576 at daily 200 SMA. If we can reclaim 576 upside, hopefully we don't get stuck in shop like we did yesterday for over an hour and get stopped out 20 cents under low, right under low day, getting stopped out. Hopefully it does not happen, right? But again, the idea is valid today. Even yesterday was the same idea was valid. Today's session, let's look to see if we can maintain 576. If we do, upside potential back in 580, 580 rejections.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. The other thing is, right now we're at 575, but hypothetically, let's say it pops to 580, then SPY is almost green. So it's like you gotta realize what you want to do. So either you wait for the if it does happen, you kind of miss out on the run up and potential maybe even a squeeze, or you run the risk of missing out on that trade. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. It's tough. Ideally, we just get like a little pop and then fade, and then we can use that as stop. Maybe this 578 or something like that. But honestly, until the session starts and we look at how the price action says, we don't really know. It's a wide range, so have just important to have an open mind on what we do today. All right. Anything else, Brett? Go ahead. Spy.
No, let's move on.
All right. What chart next?
Let's do yes. Let's talk about yes.
Yes. Okay. That's all you. I don't trade yes. I mean, I have levels, but I don't
So
do it. Yeah.
yeah, so ES chart basically same idea as SPY, right? I mean the level that we have this morning right now is at 5770. It's that gold. Remember the golden level we spoke about on ES's chart? It's 5770. That's where we're at right now, right? The golden level on SPY and the golden level on ES is where we're sitting at this morning. It's SPY 576, right? Which is where we're at right now, and it's ES 5770. If we are holding 5770 today on ES's chart, you really don't want to be short into this level, right? That should be your mindset. You have to wait to see if we can actually lose 5770. If we can lose it with conviction, then we can look for downside back in at 5700, which is that 570 in SPY. Likewise, if we hold 5770, which is our level this morning, our demand this morning, then we're going to rip higher back into our supply from yesterday, which is that 5850 area. So today's session is just basically all you have to know about today's session is just 5770. That's it, right? If we are above it, long side. If we're below it, short side. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Let's look at Tesla. Now, Tesla compared to the market is kind of holding. I don't know why, for what reason. It was actually looking really strong until Trump started speaking. Uh, but we'll have to wait and see. So the main idea here is this 330 level. 330 level flushes all of this consolidation. You can see this, right? All of this goes to waste, and the next level here is on this area here. So this 330 will be on watch either for based on the market. If the market looks like it's strong, maybe we could get a flush and reclaim, or we have to take it short side. So we'll have to wait and see. Tesla has consolidated a long time, so all of this top side built up could really expand to the downside if we do lose supports, but have to wait and see. Upside level, this we need to reclaim above this previous day high here. So 348, 350 level, which we've failed it like a couple of times already. So if we can break above 350, we could take it long side. But this area really has to resolve. I don't really have a trade on Tesla until 330 breaks or 350 breaks. Right?
Yeah, no, I mean, same idea. I don't really have much to add there, right? So, my level yesterday on Tesla was 332. We spoke yesterday pre-market. We said, hey, long Tesla above 332. My stupid ass took SPY instead. It was just luck of the draw, but 332 was the actual trade yesterday. As soon as we reclaimed 332, that was the long option, right? We moved from 332 all the way to 343. Now today's session, we're just back at the band here, 332. If we lose 332, short it, right? Downside back into 300s. Again, I'm not really watching Tesla too much today, but let's see what happens here. I mean, if to me, the larger structure in Tesla looks a bit bullish. But if we can lose that low, that breakout level from yesterday's session, 332, then we can short it and get the move back down to 315. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, next is Meta. Guys, if you're just joining in, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. It'll help me a lot. Thank you.
Hold on a second. Wait, Rav, wait a second. How many likes do we have in this right now?
I don't know.
231 likes.
That's
Abysmal. Guys, we have 1,000 people here. Let's get to at least 500 likes. At least 50% of the people can like it. It can help Rav out a little. This is not even my channel, so it's not even begging because this is for Rav. Give him some likes. Give him some likes.
I don't know. Apparently, likes do good on the algo, so that's the thing. It's not like you give me likes, I give you signals. How about that?
There we go.
Anyway, so let's look at Meta, guys. Last 2 weeks we've been killing it on Meta, but yesterday I actually flipped bias on Meta when it couldn't reclaim 640. What happened?
No, sorry, I was muted on the I was muted on the YouTube, but you and I were not muted over here.
Oh, okay, got it. 640. I was watching the yep, and so I don't know. I flipped my bias on Meta yesterday because it became too top heavy. So today I'm just kind of looking for this area here, the 630 area. See if we can get any kind of failure. If we do get a failure here, I don't mind taking a shot here on Meta. This is becoming too top heavy. Any pop, again, we have to time it to its SPY, but I'll be looking for failures on this. And the next one is, you want to add anything, Brett? Meta?
No, I'll let you do Meta. Meta, I have nothing to add there.
All right, and then Netflix, 1080 level, who remembers that? So 1080, I want to see pop and fade on 1080. We've consolidated this enough, but unfortunately, it's still one of the stronger looking names. So we want to see some kind of pop and then miserable failure on Netflix for me to take it short side. But I do like it short side today, considering it's this has been consolidating for a while and lost that key level. So let's see if we can trade this or not. I have nothing to say. I have to watch the tape at the open and then decide that accordingly. Anything?
Yeah, let's do Nvidia. Let's do Nvidia.
All right, all you.
So, Nvidia 130. It's the only thing I have to say here, right? This is the level. if we lose 130, which we have pre-market, you should expect us to sell back into 126. So my main focus today is going to see, hey, how do we respond to 130 today? If we are under 130, I'm looking for short side trades. And I'll use like 130 to all the way to 131 as my level, because that pre-market low from Thursday session was 131. So I think today's session, if you're watching the video, look to see if we can get a pop and fail into that 130, 131 area. If we do, short there. If we break 131, 130, then we've reclaimed both side levels, and we can look for upside back in highs. So everything today on Nvidia is simply about 131, 130. Look for pop and fails there. If we do, short it, right? Downside move potential. Where does this go to? Where's the next big support? Next big support is back at that daily 200 SMA, 126. Under 126, back down to 123, those previous highs. So careful on Nvidia today. Nvidia, obviously one of the biggest names in the market, and it's breaking a critical level this morning. The reason why I think this could be a nice opportunity today is because that straight upside move from the 13th of May to that, again, all intraday 13th of May, the straight upside move there on the 1 hour time frame, 50-minute time frame. If we lose 130, which again we have, I think we should see that equal and opposite move down back into lows. So let's see if we can actually get a trade here around 130. If we reject 130, downside. If we hold 130, upside. That's everything you have to know about Nvidia today. On AMD's chart, AMD 110 is the big level I'm watching on AMD. You have 110 big supply and 106 big support. Remember I said yesterday that AMD is something I just don't know, right? We just didn't know what to say about AMD. Well, I'm happy I said that, because yesterday's session was again a very confusing day on the market, right? Look at AMD's intraday action yesterday. It was very muted, right? Today's session, I think what we should do on AMD is look to see how we respond to 106. 106 is that overextension area, right? So if you're looking for longs today, 106 is probably what you're watching, and then 110 for retest failures. Rad, I don't know if you have anything to add there on Nvidia or AMD. Do you want to add anything to either of those tickers?
Nvidia, same thing, 131, 130, 150, and then AMD for this 111. So ideally, what I want to see is them trying to reclaim 110. I don't know if it'll happen, because like it's $3 away. If it reclaims 110, it goes green. So that means market's making a red to green. But in ideal scenario, you want to see this 110 break and then fail, and then you can go short on them. But all of these are like so far away from support, so I don't realistically know if we'll get that pop back into supply.
Brad, they're gonna kill us if we don't go over Qs. You got to go over Qs.
Oh, Qs? QQ.
QQQ.
Oh,
509, 509. 509 has broken. This is like it's the golden level. It's the golden level on Qs have broken. That to me is really interesting, right? Because I mean, on the 1 hour time frame, right? That little bull flag that we had on Qs is not looking so cute anymore, right? 509 is the level. If we were under 509, shorts I think are more so valid, right? So where do we go back to? I mean, we have that gap fill potential now. So right now we're at 505. Gap fill comes in under 502. So if we lose 502, 501.50 is gap fill. So under 501.50, gap fill back into 493, which is crazy. So like write those numbers down. 501.50 breaks. We have gap fill potential back into that 493. That's the big move that you could be expecting if we actually begin to lose these lows. 509 is the massive demand now turns supply. Look to see today, right? If we can push into 509 today, can we get some retest shorts there at 509? That should be your main focus today in Qs. If we're under 509, bearish. If we're above 509, bullish. That was our sentiment from this week, all this week, right? And we've lost a level pre-market. So let's see how that holds up. And the main reason why Qs right now is so weak is because Apple, right? Apple and mostly tech is selling, and we'll go over Apple in a second. But actually, we'll go over Apple now, right? Rad, you want to go over Apple? Or you go over Apple?
you can go over Apple, it's fine.
Apple. So Apple, if I mean, to me now, like I was saying before, I wasn't really expecting this crazy downside move anymore, because the reason why Apple's moving down right now is because of it's just a news-driven sell, right? Because of the tariffs coming in. My expectations were it was going to find some life off 200, but we just lost 200 like nothing, right? Now today's session, what I'd watch out for in Apple is going to be probably 190, right? 190 is the next big level, so 190 is your next big structural demand. That Monday, April 21st low. And if we are maintaining that 190 level, don't be short into it. then 200 resistance. Like that's all I have here in Apple. I don't really have any trades on Apple today. The only thing you could potentially watch in Apple, actually, this could be a trade here, is the 200 failure, right? So if we push into our previous day low and we see some clear failures come in, we can watch for 200 to fail today as a short.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have the same ideas. I mean, like really, it's too far away from supply, too far away from demand. The only play that I can see is maybe a dead cat bounce or like something like that, which is the kind of trade I don't like taking. I only like taking trend trades, but have to wait and see. Honestly, we gotta wait and see how the session brings. It's a Friday before a long weekend. Not trying to fuck around and find out doing something crazy. So gotta wait for levels to confirm and then execute and be defensive today. That's the game plan, entire game plan today. That's how I'll be on live as well today.
Yeah. Yep.
What else? Microsoft maybe. That 450. And this is one chart I really like to the long side today. Might signal this also. This thing, despite how the market is, it's really holding every dip as they've been trying to buy it. You guys know I tried charting this 2 days ago, and after the bond news, we did sell off big, but then we kind of start holding again. And yesterday, despite the session, this is one of those names that closed kind of flat. So this 450 is kind of holding. Let's see if we can maybe sell into the open and then do a strong reclaim of this level. We could take it. Again, no bias. Market sells, everything sells. It doesn't matter. But right now, this is holding. So this is a play that I like to the long side.
What's your demand on Microsoft? Like, what's your next big support on Microsoft?
So this 4 hour level here.
4 hour level. Let me see, like 440.
447 around this. It's almost at the 1 hour 200 MA. So it's like, this is the breakout that happened. This is the level that keeps holding. You can see a wick here. You can see a wick here. So
Right.
I want to see this. Maybe we sell into the open and then bounce. This could be used as a kind of a base. But honestly, I don't want to even like say it before I watch the opening read today. And everything could really just flush a lot.
Yeah. Especially going into a 3-day weekend.
Yeah. So we'll see. TBD, but this could something be I trade at the open, right at the open. So just you guys will know if I do end up doing it.
Let's do Amazon.
Amazon, okay.
So, on the Amazon chart, I can promise you, Rav probably has everything bare here, right? Yeah, he's got some levels there in Amazon. Okay, so on Amazon's chart, the main level to watch out for now is going to be that. I mean, I hate it too, I know, but it's that 192 level, 193 to 194, really 193 to 194. For dead cat bounces, I'm looking for that today. I think you have that as a level as well. You see it 194.50 on your end, right? That's my dead cat bounce level on Amazon. So if we can pull back to there today, that's where I'll be looking for long side trades. The reason why I actually like this chart more than other charts today is because this dead cat bounce level on Amazon is an untested level. So one of my main focuses today, my main watch for longs is going to be, hey, do we pull back to Amazon 194, 193 today? If we do, that would be a long side trade. Now, some people probably will be saying, hey, Brett, like, why would you look for long side trades on a name that's probably most impacted by tariffs? It's a good question, right? But it's a level, right? So my big level here on Amazon is going to be 194, 193. If we can pull back to that zone today, that's my long spot. Simple as that. My demand there is there. If I see it hold up, I see confirmation, go long there with a stop loss underneath it, right? If we pop higher today, your rejection spot on Amazon is going to be that 200 area, right? So 200 rejections on Amazon, it's simply just that daily 200 SMA. It's that conveniently that Thursday low as well, where we said don't short into that 200 level. Well, same idea. Don't short into 200. Don't long into 200 now. So you look for shorts at 200, look for longs at 194, 193.
Yeah, I agree. This is the big breakout that happened here. So this is a retest of that level, and we would have filled the gap. So this is a nice area here, 194, and we could form bids here, and then we could play a dead cat bounce. I like this as also. It's pretty similar to Microsoft. We're testing the 4 hour base here.
Yeah.
And it's a nice chart.
But like you said, it's that gap fill, right? The completion of the gap fill is basically you're longing if you're longing Amazon at that level, you're longing the completion of the gap fill. That's what you're doing.
Yeah, yeah. And honestly, any trade that we do today, we could be right on something. It's all about timing. So we got to be really precise about our entries, and we could be like, if we miss even a little, right, you're going to be down. And honestly, I don't know if I want to do 0DTs today. Let's see.
Yeah.
I'll have to wait and see. Anything else, man? Should
No,
we
no, no,
do it?
nothing there on Amazon. We could start going over tickers that they're watching.
I know what they'll ask.
What are they gonna ask?
PLTR. What
I
else?
knew, I knew, I knew, I was thinking that too. PLTR, PLTR.
PLTR. Yes. I mean, we're kind of flushing that 120 level. I actually like have levels on PLTR because I feel like this is like one of those things. I feel like a boomer not trading PLTR.
Are you gonna trade PLTR today?
No, not
I
today,
knew
dude. What the fuck? Today's not the day I'm gonna change. Uh, but this 120 level again, they're losing it. At the very least, what I want to see for quick trades and whatnot is like you want to see this level reclaim here, this 122. This was the previous day's closing area. So if you want to go long, honestly, I really like this because it's a defensive stock. If it goes above 122 and basis, you could use that for a long entry. And for shorts, I mean, it's pretty apparent here. I want to see this level loose here, this 4-hour base loose here. 1-1, maybe 119. If we can lose that, we could drop into this level here, 116. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Those are the two levels, 122 and then 119.
Yeah, I agree.
Um, let's look at something else. Someone said
Spam your
UNH.
spam your tickers in the chat, guys. Make it really difficult for us to see it. Let's just spam it all. UNH, do UNH quick. Speed round it.
UNH, I mean, the big move up, but again, they're selling it off. So if they lose this 290, remember the 285 we were talking about a little earlier last week. So if they lose this 290, we could drop back down here, this level here. I don't know what like the underground like underlying sentiment is. I don't know why they're like maybe they're expecting more bad news. That's my gut feeling. That's what my gut feeling's telling me. But we gotta wait and see. For people that bought the dip right here, they're all up a lot. But this is still like in TBD. Hopefully, this is like a bull flagging thing and then bases and drips for you guys who are long term. But I don't know. I have no opinion on this because news is what's causing the selling. It's not technical.
My level on UNH is 285. So
Yeah,
if we hold 285 or bullish, if we lose 285, in my opinion, that's your trail stop. We lose 285, then we sell. Because right now, if you look at Rabbit's chart, right? Look at that low at 250, right? The low, the higher low at 270, and then you have around 285 that again a higher low, right? So if this is a start of an uptrend, you want to see it form those higher lows. And if we lose that 285, then it's no longer valid.
yeah. This is one of those charts. Gotta wait and see. What else? Coin. Okay. See a few coins. Yeah, you can see ultimate level here. This 258 is the line in the sand. Too much consolidation happening. So this level has to hold. So first attempt you can probably play a bounce, but if it loses it again, good flush. Um, yeah, the next level I have is this 253 here. I can see this level here. But that's the idea here. For long side, I don't know what would cause a long side, but you wanna get it above this high here, 270 at the minimum if you want to play a reclaim trade, and then you want to see the breakout above this high. But on a quick rule of thumb, like on an entire market selling on a Friday before a long weekend, not a lot of people are going to put their neck out there to buy except at key demand areas. Okay, so you got to be careful where you buy and don't expect too many, you know,
Breakouts.
yeah, breakouts and whatnot. Like don't be crazy today. Just grow, trade with momentum, keep stops tight. That's it. If you're trying to like catch a dead cat or a falling knife, and especially if you don't know how to read price action and read the grain of the like the moves, you are going to get clapped. Don't get into something and then like average down 3 times and then lose. Like it's super important that you don't do all of that. Brett, you want to add something?
No, nothing there. Let's go over Hood. HOOD.
Hood, Robinhood. Okay.
So my level on Robinhood right now is that previous. Remember we said it's not quite the all-time high level, but it's 66.5 on Robinhood. So Rob, you have to add that as a level in your chart, but 66.5 is the key level on Robinhood. And again, it's not the all-time high. It's that key high from February the 20th, the double top highs, right? The IPO highs technically we're back at 85, right? But the key level to watch out for now is at 66.5. I would be careful longing back in all-time highs. You've seen it again and again and again happen, right? Be careful longing back into that 66.5 level. At this point, right? Your only long side trade is going to be either above 66.5 or you wait for a logical pullback, right? A logical pullback, in my opinion, like where bulls will be sitting, right, is going to be somewhere back at demand. I'm going to say probably around 55 is where I think they'll be, right? So we'll watch for longs at 55, and watch for 66.5 as resistance for a big supply. Don't be long in that 66.5. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much all these charts are here. I mean, this is one of those names that is holding relative to the market because there's really no impact on tariffs on Robinhood or whatnot. So, you know, you want to, for reclaims, I agree. We want to see that 60, 64, 65 reclaim. You want to basically see a single hourly candle flip. If that
Yeah.
happens, we could go green on this name and continue. We want to make sure, like, so some of these names after today's sell are breaking trend. You can see this, right? You can switch to the 4 hour. You can see that it's like breaking trend. So if market shrugs this off, you want to see this candle essentially just flip, and that's the trade for you.
And
You can
reclaim
either
what
try,
level? 65?
yeah,
Yeah,
65. You want to
65.
see 65, one for
Yeah.
that's how they reclaim trend. So this is why it's super important today to see how we close, right? Some of these names
Yeah.
have no impact. Are they going to lose trend over nothing, or are they going to like maintain it? And that's the end of the day's idea. Okay,
Yeah.
low. Oh my God. Okay, I don't know what that is, but I'll open it. I don't know what this is, but looks like there's some news for this. It's up 10% pre-market. And I don't know if they even have options on this, but this is the base here. So I would say you need for this thing to hold, you want to hold this level here, 40. You want to keep holding 40. If you want a long idea, maybe try trading 40 or maybe flush and reclaim a 40. Otherwise, it sells. Basically, this is a 4 hour candle, right? You want to see this 4 hour candle hold. If they flip this 4 hour candle, it's going to turn ugly. That's all I have. I don't really know much about this. The volume is sus. So you do you. Anything
The
else?
the thing is too, I'll be honest, is like Oklo right now is like one of those firework stocks. Do you want to be trading a firework stock when the market's flushing like that? I don't know. I mean, it's just that these like firework names will do really well when the market has momentum. I just don't know how well it's going to do today when we're going into 3-day weekend, and the market's selling off due to some tariff news. I would be careful trading Oklo, right? I mean, if we lose 41, you could see this aggressively give up a lot of that upside move and see that we could probably see 35, right? So again, be careful. I'm sure there's some underlying news here impacting it. I don't know it either. But be careful with firework stocks going into 3-day weekends, going into a massive flush on Friday pre-market, right? These are no like today, like, just to understand something. Today's risk is really high, right? Because it's big flush, looming news all over the place, 3-day weekend. That's like that's all the formula for rug pulls, right? And you don't really want to be in a name that has rug pull potential. Look, if you're buying at demand, a key demand on Amazon or a key demand on Tesla, right? Okay, fine. At least you're not really at risk for that much of a rug pull, right? Maybe you're risking $1, and that's it, right? But if you're trading a name like Oklo right now, pre-market, right, your risk is very high and there is potential for rug pull. So just be careful here. Yeah. Uh, we have 2 minutes more. We can do Sofi, little Sofi action. Sofi complete 180 into our pre-market session here. I mean, it's moved from 13.3 all the way down to 12.7 in the pre-market. It's an aggressive failure. If you're trading SoFi today, I think you should probably go to the doctor first before you execute because something might be wrong. I would not trade SoFi today, right? There's nothing here in this chart that really looks good to me, just to be honest, right? I mean, look, if you're a SoFi trader, you're probably more so asking for a long term. And I think long term, your idea here is it's still bullish as long as it's above 12.0, right? So, I mean, I would even say 11.3, right? 11.3 is as long as it's above 11.3, you're fine, right? So 11.3 is your stop. That was the high, that little flag play. So 11.3 should be your level. In the short term, though, I mean, if you lose that yesterday's lows, that Wednesday's lows, if you lose 12.65, which is a pre-market low yesterday, then downside back into 12.0. That's all I have here in the short term. But again, I would be careful trading SoFi today.
Yeah, I have no comment. So you guys
Yeah.
do you. What else? What else? KO, Avgo, maybe Avgo. I mean, Avgo semiconductors, so same idea, probably same chart as Nvidia, AMD. Here, 220. That's a level I was watching last week for a bounce, and then I missed it. But that's 220. The 4 hour time frame, if this flips, you can kind of see what the next level is around 215, and then we're here by 210. So yeah, that's Avgo. Upside, you really want to see. There's no upside. You can't really trade upside on 237 unless you're buying dips off of one of these key levels. So 215, 220. These are the next big levels for AVGO. Next chart.
Yep.
We'll do one
Yeah.
more. KO. People keep asking KO. I don't know why you guys trade these names. BH. Like, questionable volume. Like, yeah, I mean, this is a shitty chart. Like, look at this. I don't know why you guys wanna like know about this. Like, it's long term. Okay, I mean, you wanna like, I'll just plot quickly some levels here for you guys. But it's just shitty. There's like, yeah, lift.
Sometimes you go over charts and there's just nothing there. That's just what it is. Like there's just nothing there.
Yeah, lift. You if you're trading lift, you want to see about 16. This candle flip. You want to see trend flip. If you're trying to go long, you want to see trend flip here. It's kind of selling off. It's just basically exit liquidity happening right now, right? People who bought this pop are just becoming exit liquidity as we speak, right? Don't be surprised. This is recorded, so this could easily come back down here, right? So be careful trying to catch a falling knife on a name like this and pay the price. You want to call it, Brett?
Let's call it, guys.
Okay.
Awesome pre-market session. I think we all have a lot of levels today. Be careful going into our morning. Obviously, this is going to be an interesting session. Let's trade safe. We'll trade smart, and I'll see you guys. I'll see you guys all soon.
Yeah. Hit the like button before you go, guys. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you guys on live soon.